Here we go. She's just watching and
How are you, Howard?
Good, thank you, Ralph.
I'm just gonna wait for Tim real quick to come in.
Okay. I can stand, can't I?
You certainly can, you heard it.
Yes, I have. I am giving the speech at Auburn Township on Memorial Day too. Just seeing anybody wants to come and visit.
Is that gonna be at the cemetery or is that?
Both the cemetery, Adam Hall,
Yeah, they always get a good attendance there.
and then I'll be at the one on Memorial Day too in Evergreen Cemetery in Sugar.
So if I can stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Prayer today, we can bow our heads. In 1962, President John F. Kennedy signed a proclamation that designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week where it's in, it falls. As Police Week, that day is particularly set aside to honor and remember the officers that have made the ultimate sacrifice. To date, there has been 98 line of duty deaths across this country this year, 2023. We'd like to thank and honor those that have fallen. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Amen.
Amen.
So yesterday, for the Department on Aging, I approved hiring Betty Conti to the position of part-time recreation and education assistant to be effective May 22nd, 2023, at the rate of $16.35 per hour with a one-year probationary period. This offer of employment is continued upon the successful completion of the required pre-employment conditions. For maintenance, I approved and executed a service contract agreement with Auburn Fence to provide fence installations and repairs as needed per the director for a 3-year period effective May 15th, 2023, and an amount not to exceed $10,000. And for water resources, approved and unpaid personal leave of absence for David Osborne for up to 14 hours during the period May 25th, 2023 through May 26th, 2023. This will extend his probationary period by the number of hours used up to 14. And for concurred with Bainbridge Township trustees in not requesting a hearing on the liquor license being requested by Aldi Incorporated, Ohio, doing business as Aldi 85, located at 8370 Washington Street, Chagrin Falls, Ohio.
Morning, Debbie.
So I'm in for Adrian today, but he will probably be back next week.
Oh, wow.
So his surgery has been postponed.
Oh, good, good.
Okay, so I have an appropriations transfers to the sheriff for the miscellaneous refunds, reimbursements, and web checks that were deposited into the general fund. Appropriations transfer from contingency to the sheriff for equipment to provide for the security officers that are downstairs and replacement of bunk beds needed at the safety center. Supplemental increase for ADP for upcoming equipment purchases and contract services. I believe that went through the budget commission yesterday. And then supplemental increase in the capital reserve fund, and that's for the 2019, that's for the phase 1 from the commissioner's office for future potential change orders, and a supplemental increase in the capital reserve fund for 2021, and that's for phase 2, and that's for upcoming encumbrances. One more supplemental increase for community development in project contracts in the demolition and site revitalized fund for upcoming encumbrances. And that has to deal with the Jago Lake demolition. Cash transfers. One to the sheriff's 911 fund from the general fund for the first half of 2023, and the sheriff's 800 communications fund from the general fund for the first half of 2023 as well. encumbrances, travel request from Water Resources to attend the 2023 annual CSEAO Summer Conference, a travel request from Probate Court to attend the 2023 OBA COA Spring Conference, and purchase order from maintenance to Valley Ford Truck for purchase of a replacement dump truck and salt truck. 2 vouchers, $10,000 from auditor to Company 119 LTD for video production, and $23,300 from Water Resources to ADS for a temporary flow monitoring study.
Motion to approve the financials.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Thank you.
Morning, Jessica.
Hey, good morning, how are you?
Good, good.
Well, it's one of these items that I don't like to come for, but we're requesting to approve the termination of Deborah Briggs. She was a part-time recreation and education assistant for probation. Effective on the 9th of May.
Okay, very good. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, well, there's been discussion about this position for quite some time, and so we finally want to put it to pen and paper for a special projects, special projects coordinator for the Commissioner's office. The position would be rated a level 12, and it would start at a base rate of $24.72, and we're asking for you to approve the creation of this position, a much-needed position, and to also approve the organizational chart to include this, and as well as to advertise internally for a period of 5 days next week.
Well, we've been asking for this for at least 3.5 years or more.
I don't remember that far back, but.
Well, we've been asking Jerry for if we needed help right along, and it's been stumbled across to this date, so.
I guess I didn't perceive it that way, Commissioner, I'm sorry. I just, we had talked about it, and we talked about different kind of jobs that we wanted, and wanted to make sure that we did it right.
So moved.
Just to be clear before you go, though, item number 6 is advertising internally for 5 days, and if no candidate comes out internally, it'll be external.
Okay.
That's helpful.
So moved.
Second.
And that is on board by the $60.
Yes.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Still reading. Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
All right, number 7.
Just a quick comment quickly, Government Emily's not here yet, she's not here. But I do have an addition to the agenda for the Commissioner's Office is requesting the board suspend the 5% pay increase, including the retroactive pay to pay period 1, approved May 9th, 2023 for Mike Kersinger and the Department of Water Resources pending the outcome of the disciplinary process.
Okay, so moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so we can move in executive session now? Okay. Is she physically coming in?
I figured it'd be easier going over it than doing it like that.
Commissioner's Office is requesting the board move into executive session for the purpose of discussing pending litigation. Who's going to do?
That would just be myself and Amy, or Emily.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Send her. Oh, we total bar.
No, they're not. What time is it?
Okay.
Next item, Jerry, do we have some action?
No action today, but we'll press on that next week.
Okay. So with that, we do the executive session and then any questions?
Yes, I'm having a difficult time hearing Mr. Morgan's responses. Can you repeat that for me, what you related to the board here?
Yeah, there's no action today.
No
We'll be
action
addressing it
today.
next week.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
I got one more thing, public comment. Since the events on May 3rd, I'm very disappointed with communication to the commissioners being on the same page as what's going on from the administrator. Very disappointed. I think that, we don't get the FBI coming in here, any of our county buildings once a week. And this is just a different setting, and I think that we should be informed of what HR does, and a letter, copy the letter, or even have some input in the situation. So that's my public comment for today.
Thank you.
Gail, we received liquor permit orders as a follow-up to that comment and a comment that was made last week. Is there a status for Mr. Curtin, or whether he's allowed in the building, and who can authorize him to come in?
No, he is permitted to be in the building. It is a public building. He is not permitted to be into Water Resources facilities unless he's being escorted by Water Resources personnel, being overseen at all times.
And at the ADP meeting on Thursday, everyone voted yes to pull the credentials for both people, Mike Kersinger and Joe Camino.
Right.
And it was done right after the ADP meeting was over with. So they just can't have network access. So last Tuesday, I wanted that to happen, and it didn't happen until Thursday after the emergency ADP meeting.
Diane Jones, again, just a final question. Is a policy plan regarding final dispensation or final handling or regulations concerning people who are on administrative leave, is that forthcoming now, or is there a plan when that might be available?
There is currently a policy committee meeting on a weekly basis that's been reviewing the entire county policies, and that will be something that will be added to that review.
Okay, will that be a public policy, though? I mean, given the kinds of publicity that this particular security incident has affected.
I'm
Will-
not
will-
sure of your question. I'm
All
sorry.
right, the question is, once that policy becomes public, will that be nothing more than a public information request for anybody who chooses to find out more?
Yes, when that becomes policy, it would be approved by the board. here
Okay,
in an open
will
session.
this board announce, or will anybody up here announce when that policy has become final?
It will be approved in the session,
It'll be approved in public session.
yes.
Thank you.